بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Math Grade 6 Chapter 11 Lesson 2. Today we have revision. For median and mode. For median and the mode. Today we want to revise the median and the mode. So see with me now this video.
Okay, class, who would like to do problem 3 on the board?
With data sets, and data sets are often just collections or groups of numbers. Hi, this is Rob. Welcome to Math Antics. In this lesson, we're going to learn about 3 important math concepts called the mean, the median, and the mode. Math often deals with data sets, and data sets are often just collections or groups of numbers. These numbers may be the results of scientific measurements or surveys or other data collection methods. For example, you might record the ages of each member of your family into a data set. Or you might measure the weight of each of your pets and list them in a data set. Those data sets are fairly small and easy to understand, but you could have much bigger data sets. A really big data set might contain the cost of every item in a store, or the top speed of every land mammal, or the brightness of all the stars in our galaxy. Those data sets will contain a lot of different numbers, and if you had to look at a big data set all at one time, it would be pretty hard to make sense of it or say much about it besides, well, that's a lot of numbers. But that's where mean, median, and mode can really help us out. There are 3 different properties of data sets that can give us useful, easy to understand information about the data set so that we can see the big picture and understand what the data means about the world we live in. That sounds pretty useful, huh? So let's learn what each property really is and find out how to calculate them for any particular data set. Let's start with the mean. You may not have ever heard of something called the mean before, but I'll bet you've heard of the average. If so, then I've got good news. Mean means average. Mean and average are just 2 different terms for the exact same property of a data set. The mean, or average, is an extremely useful property. To understand what it is, let's look at a simple data set that contains 5 numbers. As a visual aid, let's also represent those numbers with stacks of blocks whose heights correspond to their values. 1, 8, 3, 2, 6. Right now, since each of the 5 numbers is different, the stacks of blocks are all different heights. But what if we rearrange the blocks with the goal of making the stacks the same height? In other words, if each stack could have the exact same amount, what would that amount be? Well, with a bit of trial and error, you'll see that we have enough blocks for each stack to have a total of 4. That means that the mean, or average, for our original data set would be 4. Some of the numbers are greater than 4, and some are less. But if the amounts could all be made the same, they would all become 4. So that's the concept of the mean. It's the value you'd get if you could smooth out or flatten all of the different data values into one consistent value. But is there a way that we could use math to calculate the mean of a data set? After all, it would be very inconvenient if we always had to use stacks of blocks to do it. There's got to be an easier way. Oh, man. To learn the mathematical procedure for calculating the mean, let's start with blocks again. But this time, instead of using trial and error, let's use a more systematic way to make the stacks all the same height. This way involves a clever combination of addition and division. We know that we want to end up with 5 stacks that all have the same number of blocks, right? So first, let's add up all of the numbers, which is like putting all of the blocks we have into one big stack. Adding up all of the numbers, or counting all the blocks, shows us that we have a total of 20. Next, we divide that number, or stack, into 5 equal parts. Since the stack has a total of 20 blocks, dividing it into 5 equal stacks means that we'll have 4 in each, since 20 divided by 5 equals 4. So that's the math procedure you use to find the mean of a data set. It's just 2 simple steps. First, you add up all the numbers in the set, and then you divide the total you get by how many numbers you added up. The answer you get is the mean of the data set. Let's use that procedure to find the mean age of the members of this fine-looking family here. If we add them all up using a calculator, or by hand if you would like, the total of the ages is 222 years. But then we need to divide that total by the number of ages we added, which is 6. 222 divided by 6 is 37. So that's the mean age of all the members in this family. All right, that's the mean. Now what about the median? The median is the middle of a data set. It's the number that splits the data set into two equally sized groups or halves. One half contains members that are greater than or equal to the median, and the other half contains members that are less than or equal to the median. Sometimes finding the median of a data set is easy, and sometimes it's hard. That's because finding the middle value of a data set requires that its members be in order from the least to the greatest, or vice versa. And if the data set has a lot of numbers, it might take a lot of work to put them in the right order, if they aren't already that way. So to make things easier, let's start with a really basic data set that isn't in order. It's pretty easy to see that we can put this data set in order from the least to the greatest value just by switching the 2 and the 1. There, now we have the data set 1, 2, 3, and finding the median or middle of this data set is easy. It's just 2, because the 2 is located exactly in the middle. That almost seems too easy, doesn't it? But don't worry, it gets harder. But before we try a harder problem, I want to point out that sometimes the mean and the median of a data set are the same number, and sometimes they're not. In the case of our simple data set, 1, 2, 3, the median is 2, and the mean is also 2, as you can see if we rearrange the amounts or follow the procedure we learned to calculate the mean. But what about the first data set that we found the mean of? We determined that the mean of this data set is 4, but what about the median? Well, the median is the middle, and since this data set is already in order from least to greatest, it's easy to see that the 3 is located in the middle since it splits the other members into 2 equal groups. So for this data set, the mean is 4, but the median is 3. So to find the median of a set of numbers, first you need to make sure that all the numbers are in order, and then you can identify the member that's exactly in the middle by making sure there's an equal number of members on either side of it. Okay, so far so good. But some of you may be wondering, what if a data set doesn't have an obvious middle member? All of the sets we've found the median of so far have an odd number of members. But what if a set has an even number of members, like the data set 1, 2, 3, 4? There isn't a member in the middle that splits the set into 2 equally sized groups. If that's the case, we can actually use what we learned about the mean to help us out. If the data set has an even number of members, then to find the median, we need to take the middle 2 numbers and calculate the mean or average of those 2. By doing that, we're basically figuring out what number would be exactly halfway between the 2 middle numbers, and that number will be our median. For example, in the set 1, 2, 3, 4, we need to take the middle 2 numbers, 2 and 3, and find the mean of those numbers. We can do that by adding 2 and 3 and then dividing by 2. 2 plus 3 equals 5, and 5 divided by 2 is 2.5. So the median of the data set is 2.5. Even though the number 2.5 isn't actually a member of the data set, it's the median because it represents the middle of the data set and it splits the members into 2 equally sized groups. Okay, so now you know the difference between mean and median, but what about the mode of a data set? What in the world does that mean? Well, mode is just a technical word for the value in a data set that occurs most often. In the data sets we've seen so far, there hasn't even been a mode because none of the data values were ever repeated. But what if you had this data set? This set has 6 members, but some of the values are repeated. If we rearrange them, you can see that there's 1, 1, 2 2s, and 3 3s. The mode of this data set is the value that occurs most often or most frequently, so that would be 3 since there's 3 3s. Now don't get confused just because the number 3 was repeated 3 times. The mode is the number that's repeated most often, not how many times it was repeated. As I mentioned, if each member in a data set occurs only once, it has no mode. But it's also possible for a data set to have more than one mode. Here's an example of a data set like that. In this set, the number 7 is repeated twice, but so is the number 15. That means they tie for the title of mode. This set has 2 modes, 7 and 15. Okay, so now that you know what the mean, median, and mode of a data set are, let's put all that new information to use in one final real-world example. Suppose there's this guy who makes and sells custom electric guitars. Here's a table showing how many guitars he sold during each month of the year. Let's find the mean, median, and mode of this data set. First, to find the mean, we need to add up the number of guitars sold in each month. You can do the addition by hand or you can use a calculator if you want to. Either way, be careful since that's a lot of numbers to add up and we don't want to make a mistake. The answer I get is 108. So that's the total he sold for the whole year. But to get the mean sold each month, we need to divide that total by the number of months, which is 12. 108 divided by 12 is 9. So the mean, or average, is 9. Next, to find the median of the data set, we're going to have to rearrange the 12 data points in order from smallest to largest so we can figure out what the middle value is. There, that's better. Since there's an even number of members in this set, we can't just choose the middle number. So we're going to have to pick the middle two numbers and then find the mean of them. 9 and 10 are in the middle, since there's an equal number of data values on either side of them. So we need to take the mean of 9 and 10. That's easy. 9 plus 10 equals 19, and then 19 divided by 2 is 9.5. So the median number of guitars sold is 9.5. That means that in half of the months, he sold more than 9.5, and in half of the months, he sold less than 9.5. Last of all, let's identify the mode of this data set, if there is one. Well, let's see. There's 2 8s in the data set. Oh, but there's 3 10s. That looks like the most frequent number. So 10 is the mode of this data set. It's the result that occurred most often. All right, so that's the basics of mean, median, and mode. There are 3 really useful properties of data sets, and now you know how to find them.
So this is the meaning of the median and the mode. So today we want to revise the median and the mode. Measures of center. What's the meaning of measures of center? A data set can be described by its median or its mode. Measures of center means the mean and median and mode. When you listen, measures of center means we want to solve the mean, the median, and the mode. The mean, the median, and mode are called measures of center because they describe the center of a set data. They describe the center of a set data. What's the meaning of the median? The median of a list of value is the value of appearing at the center of sorted version of the list, or the mean of the 2 central values if the list contains an even number of values. What's the meaning of the mode? Is the number or numbers that occur most often. For example, here we have here data. As you see, we have many numbers, and we want to find the median and the mode. Remember always, when you want to find the median, when you want to find the median, the first step, rearrange the data, order the data from small number to the big number. So the first step, order the data. So now this data after the order, the small one 17, the big value 40. Now count the number of the data. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 is odd number. 11 is odd number. When you have odd number, means the median on the middle. The median on the center of the data, on the middle of the data. How to know in the middle? How to find this number in the middle? Listen, here on the right you have 5 numbers, and here on the left you have also 5 numbers. So this is the number on the middle. So here you have the first set, and here we have the second set. So the number on the middle, divide the data to the 2 equal sets. So this is the median when we have odd number. So I can write the median equal 30. How to find the mode? The mode means the most frequently number. 17 here we have 1 time, 19 1 time, 20 repeated 1 time, 21 we have 1 time, and 24 also, 30 also. But here, as you see, 40 repeated 2 times. So 40 is the most frequently number. So the mode equal what? 40. The mode equal 40. The second example here, we have this data and we want to find the median and the mode. The first step, rearrange the data. Put the data on the order from small number to the big number. After you order the data, count how many numbers you have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 is even. 8 is even number. When you have even number, take the two numbers on the middle. Take the two numbers on the middle. How to know the two numbers in the middle? When you take the two numbers on the middle, you will find the data divided to the two equal sets. This is on the right here. The first set equals 3 numbers, and here in the left equals also 3 numbers. So this is the two numbers on the middle. Then take the two numbers and find the mean for them. How to find the mean for them? 90 plus 92, 90 plus 92, divide by 2. 90 plus 92 will be 182, divide by 2 will be 91, So this is the median when we have the even numbers. How to find the mode? How to find the mode? As you see here, we have 92 2 times, and we have 88 3 times. The most frequently number will be what? Will be 88. The most frequently number will be 88. So the mode here will be what? Will be 88. Will be 88. So this is our lesson today. We revised what the meaning of the mode and the median. And the last lesson we revised the mean. So now we revised the measure of center. We revised the measure of center. Now I want from all to prepare your notebook. Prepare please your notebook or any paper. And here we have worksheet. The question here, find the median and mode for each set, for each data set. Please start here in number 1. We have 16, 12, 20, 15, 12. The first step, find the median, then find the mode. You have 3 minutes. Start.
Mr. And we should tell you the answer?
Repeat, please.
Mr. And we should tell you the answer?
Yes, yes. Solve it and tell me the answer, and inshallah we will correct together.
Mr. Median is 20 and mode is 12.
Okay, what's your name?
Milad Wa'il.
Okay, thank you, Milad. We will check together, inshallah. Great, Milad.
Mr. Can I answer the first?
Mister,
Mr. I know
the
that.
median is
Mr. the
Mr.
median is
For number 2.
Khalfan, tell me, Khalfan.
15.
The median is what?
15.
15. And the mode?
12.
Okay, thank you, Khalfan.
Mr.
Yes.
I know.
What's your name?
I know number 2.
Abdurrahman.
Yes, tell me, Abdurrahman.
The mode is 12 and the median is 15.
Mr. Me Abdullah Jafi.
Tell me, Abdullah.
Mr. Me Mansour 9.
15 and the mode is 12.
Okay, طيب. Let us check, please. All students listen now. All students listen now. If you go to solve directly, you will find many wrongs in your solving. Why? Because the first step, order the data. Order the data from small number to the second number. The small number here will be 12. Then will be 12 because we have two numbers. Then will be 15. Then will be 16. Then here we have 20. So how many numbers now we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 numbers means we have odd number. We have odd number. So the median here take the number on the middle. Take the number on the middle. So will be what? Will be 15. And the mode the most frequently number, we have 12 2 times, we have 12 2 times, so will be 12, will be 12. Great for all, thank you. Now start with number 2.
Mr. can we find the mean and median and mode, or only median and mode?
The question here just median and mode. Just median and mode.
Mister, I found it. Mister, I found it.
Tell me.
The mode is 34, 43,
Yes.
and the median is 43.
Also 43. Okay, Khalfan, thank you. Great. Great. Yes.
The mode is
Sir, I
43
found it.
Yes.
and the median
Yeah.
is
What's your name?
Mr.
Abdurrahman.
Okay,
The
Abdurrahman.
median is
Yes,
43.
yes,
Mr.
Milad.
Mr.
Tell me.
Mr. I found it. Me Falah.
Mr. I found
Falah,
it.
tell me.
Median 43 and 43. Mod 43.
Mr.
Yes. Tell me.
Median.
Mr.
Median is 43 and mode is 43.
Great. Yes, Abdullah.
Mr. The mode is 43 and the median is 43.
طيب. See with me now. Listen to me now. The first step, order the data. The first step, order the data from small number to the big number. The smaller number here we have 38. Then we have 42. Then we have 43. Then 43. Then we have 48. Then we have 56. Okay, this is the data after the order. Now count how many numbers we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 numbers, means we have even. So take the number, the 2 numbers on the middle. Take the 2 numbers on the middle. So we will see here, this is the 2 numbers on the middle. Then we can write here median equal 43 plus 43 divide by 2.
Mr. Listen, so we divide by 2.
Okay, why divided by 2, because here when we have even number, take the two numbers on the middle. How to find the median for the two numbers? Find the mean for the two numbers. How to find the mean? Add the numbers, then divide by the amount of number. 43 plus 43 divide by 2. Divide by 2 will be what? Will be 43. So always
Okay,
remember.
Mr. Funk.
Always remember, when the number of data odd number, just take the number on the middle. When the number of data even, take the two numbers on the middle, then find to them the mean. Find to them the mean. All okay. Now, this is the median and the mode. The most frequently number.
43, Mr.
43. So the mode will be 43.
Mr. The median, if it's like the same number, we can put it in the mode if we have two number.
Yes. Here special case, we have the median, the same value of the mode. No problem. But not always the same. Not always the same. But in this question will be the same. As you see here the median 15 and the mode 12, the last example. Okay. Right. I want now to start here, number 3.
Mister,
I
Mister,
found
I
the
know.
answer.
Mister, I found the answer. Mister, I found the answer.
Tell me.
Mr. 5 is median and 3 is mode.
Great, thank you, Milad. Yes. Who has else?
Me, Mister. Me, Mister.
Tell me.
Mr. Abdullah Jabri.
The mode is 3, and the mid 5.
What's your
Mr.
name?
Nasser.
Mr.
Great.
I'll tell you. Mr. Abdullah Jabri.
Mr. I found it.
It's 3.
Abdullah,
The
tell me,
median is 5.
Abdullah Al-Jabiri, tell me please.
The mode is 3 and the median is 5.
Okay, thank you, Abdullah.
Mr. Me, I
Yes.
found it.
What's your name?
The median is 5 and the mode is 3.
Great, Falah.
Yes.
Yes, thank you. Okay. Who has else?
Sir, I know the answer.
Tell me.
The median is 5 and the mode is 3.
Okay, thank you. See with me now. The first step, order the numbers from small number to the big number, as you see here. Now, count how many numbers we have here. Here you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 is odd. When you have odd number, take the number on the middle. The number on the middle will be what? Will be 5. Then find the mode. You have 3 repeated 2 times. The most frequently number. So will be here 3. So the median will be 5. The mode will be 3. Now try with number 4.
Start. I have the answer.
Yes, tell me.
No mode and the median is. Wait, Mr.
What's your name?
Abdullah Jabri. Mr. The median is no mode and
Mr.
the
Me,
median.
I found it.
Yes, tell me.
The median is 80 and mode no mode.
Okay, thank you. Great.
Mr. I found it.
Tell me.
The median is 78 and the mode no mode.
Okay, great.
Mister, I have the answer. The mode, no mode, and the median is 63.5. 63.5.
Great, thank you. Right, listen to me now. Listen to me.
No,
This is the
70.
yes.
76. Start move 76 start point 5.
Okay, thank you. Listen to me, all students now. Listen to me.
Okay.
Yes, tell me, Mina, tell me.
Mr. No mode and the median is 80.
Great. Okay, thank you. Finish. Enough now. Enough. Listen to me, please. This is the data after the order. This is the data after the order from small number to the big number. Now count the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is even. So take the two numbers on the middle. Take the two numbers on the middle here. So when you take the two numbers, find the mean for them. How to find the mean? Add the two numbers, divide by 2. So right here 78 plus 82, 78 plus 82, divide by 2, divide by 2. So equal 78 plus 82, we will find
160.
160. 160 divide by 2, 160 divide by 2 will be 80, will be 80. So here the answer will be 80. So the median will be 80. And the mode, no number repeated. No number repeated. So none or no mode. None or no mode. Okay. Now try with number 5. Try with number 5 here, please.
Mr. I know.
Yes, Khalfan, tell me.
The mode is
Mr. I know it.
25
Mr. I know the
and the
answer.
median
Mr. I know
is
the answer.
80, 28.
Okay, thank
Mr.
you.
May I
Mr.
know
I know
it?
the
Hello,
answer.
Mr. Hello. Median 28 and mod 25.
Okay.
Mr. I know the answer.
Mr.
Mr. The
Yes, Mina.
median is 20.
Mr. Median is 28 and mode is 25.
Mr. I know the answer.
Muhammad Ammar, tell me.
The median is 28 and the mode is 25.
Great. Who has
Mister,
asked?
the
Yes.
mod is 25 and the mid 28.
Okay, thank you.
Mister, the median is 28 and the mode 25.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mansour. Who has else? Okay.
Mister, the median is 28 and the mod is 25.
Okay, like check with me now. Check with me.
I know. The mode is 55 and the median is 428.
Okay, thank you, Abdullah. Enough now. Enough. Listen to me, please. Check with me now. This is the data after the order. This is the data after the order. This is before and this is after. Now count. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 is odd. 7 is odd. So take the number on the middle. Take the number on the middle. So that's mean the median equal 28 and the mode we have 25 repeated 2 times. We have 25 repeated 2 times.
25 mode.
So the mode will be 25. The mode will be 25. Okay? طيب. Now
Mr. The period finished.
check number 6 please now.
مستر متى الامتحانات؟
Mr. The period finished.
When you have any question out of our lesson, please wait to the last of this period. Now solve with me.
Mr. I found
I know the answer. Mister, I know the answer. Mister, I know the
Right,
answer.
Falah, tell me, Falah. Falah, where is Falah?
I'm here, Mister.
Hey, tell me.
Mister, the median is 108 and the mode none.
Milad.
Mr. The median is 108 and the mode is none.
Okay, who has else?
Mr. Me. Mr. Me.
Tell me, Mansoor.
Same as Falah and Milad.
Who has else?
The median is 18 and no mode.
No mode. Okay, Abdullah, who has else?
Mr. Me. The
Yes.
same as Abdullah.
Okay, great. Fine. It's enough now. Check with me, please. This is the data after the order. This is the data after the order. And as you see, we have 4 numbers. Means we have even. When you have even, take the 2 numbers on the middle. Take the 2 numbers here on the middle. So we can take it and find the mean. 104 plus 112 divided by 2. Divided by 2. Now 104 plus 112 will be 216.
216.
216 divided by 2 will be 108. Will be 108. So, and here the media, the mode, as you see, no number repeated. No number repeated here. So none. We don't have the mode. Right. Now in this lesson we solved from 1 to 6, and I will send to you this worksheet as homework, and please continue from 7 to 12. From 7 to 12, please. Okay? Right. Now,
Mr. Attendance starts with 6A.
let us to take attendance.
Mr. and Hazza telling me that he cannot get in the lesson.
Repeat, Abdul Rahman.
Hazza tells me that he cannot get in the lesson.
Okay. Right. Today, Wednesday, Ahmad.
Mr.
نعم.
Mr. Can you put me in present because I will go eat breakfast?
No problem. Go. حمد الظاهري. حمد الظاهري. absent. حمد الجابري.
مستر أحمد سالم موجود.
أحمد سالم موجود. أوكي. حمد جابري موجود. حمدان العامري. حمدان العامري. حمدان سالم. absent. طيب. حمدان علي.
موجود.
زايد النعيمي. زايد النعيمي. absent. سالم هداف. سالم هداف. also absent. عبد الرحمن. here.
Yes, here.
عبد الله أحمد التميمي.
Mr. Do I go out now?
شو كان؟ عبد الله مانع. عبد الله مانع.
عبد الله التميمي موجود مستر.
اوكي. عبد الله مانع here. absent. طيب علي حماد.
موجود مستر.
اوكي. عيسى.
موجود.
فلاح.
موجود.
منصور أحمد.
مستر فلاح موجود.
تمام. منصور نايف موجود. منصور أحمد موجود. تمام. منصور نايف موجود. بلاد.
موجود مستر.
ممتاز. وهزاع.
مستر موجود.
great. now 6B 6A you can leave now.
مستر.
نعم.
عبد الله مانع موجود.
موجود عبد الله مانع.
هاي استاذ عبد الله مانع موجود.
okay now 6A please leave now. 6B now. مع السلامة. خليفة. خلفان. موجود خلفان. خليفة هير. خليفة موجود. اوكي. دويس. دويس.
حاضر.
ذياب.
موجود.
اوكي. سالم جمعة.
موجود أستاذ.
جريت. سلطان.
موجود أستاذ.
جريت. سيف سالم. سيف سالم. absent. اوكي. عبد الله.
موجود أستاذ.
ممتاز. فارس. absent. محمد سالم.
موجود أستاذ.
محمد عبد العزيز.
موجود أستاذ.
جريت. محمد عمار. موجود.
موجود.
منصور علي.
موجود.
اوكي. منصور محمد.
موجود.
موسى.
يا مستر.
مع السلامة. موسى.
موجود أستاذ.
جريت. ناصر عبيد موجود. Okay. This is our lesson today. Today we revised the mean and the median and the mode. This is the measure of center. Thank you for your listening. Have a nice day and have a nice weekend. See you inshallah next week. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.